Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix General 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, so last session we did quit a match and then we ran into this crash here. Let's see what that is about. Tunnel contain, well that looks familiar. Tunnel contain, yeah, okay. What is happening in here? Owning player is null. Oh. Oh, okay, so the crash is introduced by the change we just did. Okay. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. So apparently checking for hero also looks into the tunnels. Looks into the tunnel. Okay. Looks into the tunnel. Looks into the tunnel. Add object. Object is hero. Object is hero. Okay. Reset init. Set local player. Becoming local player. I think the simplest fix would be to just check if owning player, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I think we simply say iterate contain. Remove all contains. Are there any of these functions testing for that? Okay, so some functions test for the player and others do not. It's quite a lot. Is valid container. Okay, so we can either just test for the owning player or also for the tunnel tracker. Yeah. Okay. How about we add a function? For tunnel tracker, get tunnel tracker. Is this function not found? Good. So, tunnel contain. Const. Player, owning player. Get owning player tunnel tracker. Get controlling player, controlling player tunnel tracker. Owning player, get object, if owning player. Tunnel. Tunnel tracker. I think I just return get tunnel system. Okay. And then we use that instead of that. Okay. Okay, so we do tunnel tunnel tracker. Tunnel tracker. Get controlling player tunnel tracker. If tunnel tracker iterate contains. There we go. There we go. And then I think we can do the same for all the other places. Maybe. But maybe the maybe the problem is higher up. The question is, why does it try to add an object on exit? Why does it do that? What is the problem here? Tunnel tracker is not known. Class tunnel tracker. Yeah, why does it try to add Okay, so at least it's reliably reproducible. Okay, so maybe maybe the question here is, if we do this, then why becoming local player? Recalc apparent controlling player. Contain. So the owning player is null. This object has no owner. What is this object? Tunnel network. Tunnel network. So I suspect we are here, right? Reset subsystems. Player list reset. Player list. Haha. Delete player AI. Okay, so we have we have added this one here, delete player AI. Delete player. Okay, then we init here. So it looks like we are modifying the player list before we purge all the options, all the objects of the map. Yeah. I think that's a problem. We would first need to delete those objects before we mess with a player list. I think that's a deal here, the real issue. So the subsystems, what does this contain? Subsystems. Clear game data. Clear game data. Okay, so clear game data. Why is this not purging the objects? That's a good question. Reset all necessary parts of the game engine to be ready to accept new game data. That's weird. Subsystem. Let me search for game logic resets. Game logic resets. So that will clear the objects, right? Yeah. Yeah. Destroy all objects. So where does the call to game logic reset happen? Do we know? Let me search for the game logic reset, if that's a thing. No. Is the game logic a thing? Yeah. Okay, so the question is when is this called here? This guy. Do we know? It is also a subsystem. Game logic is a subsystem. Maybe we need to shut down, reset. Do we have subsystem? Can we maybe just do the game logic resets here? Is that possible? So we first reset the game logic, which is also a subsystem, right? And then afterwards we clear the rest. Is that fair? There's another place. Reset all. What is this? Ah, shit. Okay, let me search for this guy here. Okay, so there are two calls. Okay, let me see if that would fix the problem. So we first purge the game logic. That means all the objects and so on. And then only afterwards we purge the other systems. I think that logically it kind of makes sense. But maybe it will introduce other issues, right? Maybe. Let's see. Okay, exits. Yeah, that avoids the problem. I hope it doesn't introduce other issues, but I suspect not. I put a... Oof. Why can we not put a breakpoint here? We can. Okay, the debugger is going crazy in this function. Yeah. Okay, let me let's look a little bit around. Who are the subsystems? So, subsystems are, let's see, 3D scene, 2D scene, 3D view, action manager, archive file system, build assistance, file system, audio manager, game engine, okay, blah blah, player list, science store, special power store, team factory, and so on, and so on. Upgrade center. Okay. I would say we do the following. In the game engine, we create a new function. Oof. All good, sure. Huh. Game engine itself is also a subsystem interface. Doesn't this mean that it recursively calls itself? Or not? That's weird. Resets. Okay. Let's add a new function here. Virtual resets subsystems. Put it here. Void. Backers. Reset the game. Reset game logic before all. Reset game logic before other subsystems because it has dependencies because it has dependencies to a lot of other systems that systems that may or may not be needed during a reset. Many other systems. And then here we call reset subsystems. And here as well. Now the question is though, another question is, why does it call becoming local player in the first place? Maybe that's another issue. Okay, let me comment this out once more. I mean, so this avoids the issue, but maybe the issue is somewhere else as well. Yeah, the question is why is it transferring units from one player to another on a reset? Okay, so player list resets. Yeah, and so the player list, the player list is being reset. And when the player list is reset init. Init. Set local player. And that will call becoming local player. And that will that will transfer buildings and units. No? Becoming local player. This changes the color of the little dot on the upper right side of the screen, indicating which team is under control. The color of that little dot. What? What? I don't know what that means. Which little dot? Upper right side of the screen. Set team color. Super hack for demo. Remove. Okay. Status circle. Set color. Okay. Okay. Whatever that is. Super hack. Petition manager. Okay, so this one updates stuff on the radar. I think it's reasonable to have like a healthy order of destruction. Yeah, so I think it makes sense. Reset the game logic before the other subsystems. Yeah, I think that's fine. I may look into that. Reset game logic. What does it do? So it will clear some stuff here. Object vector. It will also reset other systems. All right. This is also a subsystem, right? No, it's not. Is AI a subsystem? That one is. Okay, so shutting down the game logic also will shut down other subsystems. Then I hope that calling the reset function multiple times doesn't cause any issues with any of these, but probably not. Just means duplicate work, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to game engine. Okay, reset game logic before all other subsystems because it has dependencies to many other systems that may or may not be needed during a reset. This will also reset. Yeah, I think that's enough of a description. Reset or reset the rest. Because it has dependencies too many. Reset game logic before all other subsystems. To purge all worlds objects early and so that other systems do not interact with these objects. Reset game logic before all other subsystems. Reset game logic before all to purge all world objects early. Okay, reset game logic before all other subsystems to purge. Reset. First, to purge all world objects early. Other subsystems may reference objects. Other subsystems. Reset game logic first. This avoids issues when objects and subsystems have cross dependencies. When objects and subsystems have cross dependencies. Yeah. Catastrophic. Potentially catastrophic issues when objects and subsystems have cross dependencies. Okay, I think that makes a lot of sense. So basically the problem is that a lot of these objects, they have dependencies on other subsystems, right? And so if subsystems get purged before objects are getting purged, then you have these dependencies where the object wants to use that subsystem, but the subsystem also wants to deal with objects, right? So so we first purge all the objects, and that means those objects no longer will deal with subsystems because they are gone, they've been cleaned up. And so then if the subsystems are cleaned up, they no longer need to deal with objects, and there won't be any dependencies towards other subsystems when those objects are being interacted with, because they're not there anymore, right? So yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Okay, good. Let's give this a run. Let's maybe load into some replay and missions and campaign and see if shutdowns work correctly. Okay, so first we load here our skirmish map. Okay, exit. Okay, let's remove the breakpoint. Okay, How about we load it with shell map? Shell map. There we go. Okay. Okay, exit game. Okay. Load replay. Okay. Exit. Let's launch a network match with some AIs. Spy on the enemy. Let's see if we can win this match. Probably need some doses. We probably want to build some defenses. Okay, so far so good. Good bunker line here. Okay, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Oh, he wants to bunker in. That's not acceptable. Let's see if we can stop him. Oof, he wants to build some airfields here. Oh, big rush. Big pro rush here. Oh, I'm getting rushed here. Oof, oof. Big damage. We still have very good cash. Okay, that was unexpected defense. Oof. He's bunkering in. Oof. 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 I'm getting followed by a terrorist. Oof. Oof. Big oof. Oh, he has multiple terrorists. Oh, that's not good. Man, he has a lot of power. That's not good. I don't appreciate the bunkering. That's not good. Yeah, this guy is bunkering in hard here. Okay, maybe we need to kill the GLA first. What is this here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well. Oh, I'm getting rushed. Wow. Man, all the AIs are attacking me here. Oh, that's not nice. Okay, I feel like I need to finish the super weapon first. Super weapon general. Because he's the most dangerous. With the airfields, right? When he gets the Alpha Auroras, probably very painful. He has a lot of power plants. Let's try to clear the base. I'm getting rushed. Oh, Jesus Christ. How did that happen? Man, the range bug. The range bug! Oh, such a bug abuse here. Eh? Look at that. Man. Man, and he's not running out of power. My gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The bugs. The goddamn bugs in this game. Oh boy. Okay, this one Humvee is doing a very good job. But the super weapon general is a real problem, I have to say. A real problem. Maybe we need to build some particle cannons to take him out. Let's do that. And maybe a Burton. Burton is a good idea. Jesus Christ, how did that happen? Man. Yeah, this Humvee is... Oh no! Oh no. The German. Where's the German? I don't see the German. Oh, he has a particle. Oh, he stole a car. Where? Oh, he stole a dozer. Whoa. Man, this AI. Okay, this particle cannon is a problem, but he has no power. So I guess that's good. I have a burden. I will send the burden now. Okay, we need to somehow kill this super weapon guy. He's a real threat here. And we need some more defense here. Yeah. The problem is a range bug. Yeah. Oh, we got a hit. Uh-oh. What happened? Oh, we are out of memory. Okay. Are we? What is this? Out of memory. Okay. Yeah, we can only play so long until we run out of memory. That's fine. That's fine. We had a good run. We had a good run. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah, I think the fix is fine. Then let me finalize that thing. So we can revert the stuff in tunnel contain. That is not needed. Okay, so we can also remove all the Calc Hero stuff. Yeah. We can reset this guy. And we can remove that. And that. And that. Okay. And then add object, remove object. Then we can also remove this here. And then we do Calc Hero. Radar, false, true. False, true, true, false. Okay. Reset subsystems. Okay, this one we can revert again. STL type devs, radar. Here we can remove this function because that is obsolete. Okay, looks good to me. Okay, my suspicion is that it also fixes one of these bugs. Let me see, we can find it. Game code. Issues. We're looking for Radar Hero. Close. Huh. Radar Hero. see if that shows in the other repository. Radar hero. Radar. Yeah, I think there's no issue report for this opened. Yeah, this hero post list also exists in generals, right? Yeah, it does. Okay. Oh, but it's commented out. Okay. Okay. I think we can then also remove it from here, right? Calc hero. Okay. Good, then we create a new branch. Main. Fix W3D radar hero bug. Okay, so this is that age. Fix. Fix heap use after fray. With there's in this function. Fix heap use after fray. Okay, let's look at it once more. Zero. Fine race. Good. So my suspicion is that it also fixes the issue where we see like multiple outdated positions on the radar. New issues. Bug report. Radar sometimes the radar shows wrong hero position markers. The radar shows wrong hero position markers. Unknown. Build heroes. Kill heroes. Bug. Minor. GUI. Okay, then we take this and we push that. When a hero unit is killed, a heap use after free is hit in hero. This happens because the 3D radar contains pointers to object positions, which are never cleaned up when the object is destroyed. When a hero unit is killed, a heap user is hit. This happens because that contains pointers to object positions, which are never cleaned up when the object is destroyed. When the objects are destroyed. To solve this problem, the cached hero list has been reworked and tied to the established object register and unregister functions. To the established, they are called differently. Add object, to the established, add object, and remove object functions. This issue also revealed a problem with the subsystems resets, where cross dependencies. Dependencies can cause issues on game engine resets. This fix also reveal the problem with the subsystems reset, where cross dependencies can cause issues on game engine reset. This is fixed as well. On game engine resets. I expect that this change fixes the infamous issue that the user-facing bug not tested. Okay, bug. It's not really a crash, right? It's not a crash. Bug memory. Major. GUI. No, it's not really GUI. Bug major memory. Gen ZH to do replicates in generals. Okay, we also have the address sanitizer reports, asyn reports. Okay. Okay, let me also add some more context here to here. With this change, this reset all crashed on on map unload in the problem is that the object has a dependency on the player list. The object has a dependency. The object with its tunnel contain module. The object's tunnel contain module has a dependency on the player list. But the player lists has already purged dependency on the player, on the local player. But the local player was already purged from the player list, and so this will crash. Resetting game logic first avoids this and similar issues. Potentially similar issues in the future. Alternatively, we could add null checks, more null checks in tunnel contain. But I think that is not necessary if we just have a proper shutdown sequence, proper reset sequence. Subsystems just have a proper. Okay. I changed the container type here because list of coordinate pointers is not particularly smart. particularly. Vector of pointers is a more useful type here. List of current. Okay, good. Comments. Okay. Oh, that has failed to compile. Let's see what the problem is. Oof. Okay, let's see what that is. Error. Error. Cannot open include file. Okay. Okay. Cannot open include file. Okay. Did I forget anything? Common STI. Okay. It somehow doesn't see this file. Why not? Cannot open include file. Okay, I don't know why it fails to compile. Why does it fail? Why can it not see that file? Do we know? Do we have any idea? It's here. Core game engine. Maybe it doesn't find it on building some tool or so. Particle editor. Let's see. Okay, let's enable all the tools and extras. Let's disable ASIN. Okay, let's see what we have here. Okay. I'm not sure if this will compile on VC6. It may not. I'm not sure. Okay, so particle editor is failing to build. Okay, that's fair enough. Then that means the particle editor doesn't see this file. Okay, how do we fix that? Particle editor. Particle editor. ZI game engine includes ZI game engine. ZI. ZI always. Core libraries. Core. Game engine. Core game engine. Include core e game engine public. Public core again. Totally clearance. Okay, so core I game engine includes okay, and then we go to set particle edits. Are these two really needed here? Let's see. Is this change ready? Ready for merge? Apart from the conflicts? Or is there any dependency? It needs merging first. It's not clear to me if it's not clear to me if there's any dependency because it's not documented. Like I know that there were other changes that he moved out of this and that were meant to be merged first, but now it's not clear if there's more like this. Like, it's not communicated. That's why when I create a pull request, I always link the dependencies at top, merge after this, merge after that, and then it's clear. But I don't think he does that. Maybe this is ready to merge, maybe it's not. I don't know, that's why I'm asking. Yeah. It probably is ready for merge. Yeah. Good, so does it compile now? Yes. Yes. Okay, then in that case, we can, let me see this here. Public, yeah, cloud. Yeah, these includes here are redundant. We can remove that. Fix CMake setup to make this compile. maybe maybe we should have a separate change. Maybe we should make this a separate change here. Fix CMake setup. Let me see. Create branch. Fix core game engine include. So CMake. We take this cherry pack. Okay. Then I would say we replicate this in generals as well. So we remove these two. Then let me unstage that. Word builder, particle editor, G particle editor. And then GWW downloads. Okay. And then I think we can also clean up some of the unused. Here. So is this still used? No. Remove that. Is this still used? No. Remove that. Is this still used? No. This. That is used for the particle editor. What about this? This is used. Yeah. Game engine device include is unused. Remove that. And this one is unused. So it's these three. This one. Oops. This one and this one. And then core. Now, do we need all these here as well? This here doesn't look like it. This one is used. This one is not used. And let's remove that. And that. Vegas include. Okay, let's build that locally and see if that works. So we build everything now. This, generals, extras, tools. That's it. Okay. Okay. Your front-loading effort to save time later that probably isn't going to be spent that often, if at all. I can make an offer here. If if we can find a person who commits to we can find a person who commits if we can find a person who commits to making perfect merges, making, how do we say? So basically we need a person. So if there is a person that takes care of the changelog and the commits, yeah, the commit titles and everything, and is always chasing that everything is up to date and properly documented and nothing is missed and no errors, nothing, everything is picture perfect and properly explained, then we can do it in another way. But if I have to do it, and my expectation is that I have to do it because no one else will do this, then I need to have it in a format that I can work with, right? The reason I do it the way I do is because I currently take care of merging all the commits and later on crafting the changelogs. If we can find a person that can attend, that can do this all day, that can attend this responsibility every day without breaks, every day, that can attend this responsibility every day and make perfect merges and perfect changelogs, then we can do it however you or that person feels this is suitable to do. But if I have to do this, then I need to do this in a format that I can work with. This is what I am currently doing. Basically, I need this kind of organization to properly craft things that I need to craft to ship a product to the user. Perfect merges and perfect changelogs. However, you guys want this to be done. Can make perfect titles, perfect merges, and perfect changelogs. Then we can do it however you guys want it to be done. Okay, take care of merging. Commits. that person will need a very deep understanding of this game, the changes of the game, the changes, and the code changes. I do not know. I do not think there are many people that will be able to do this. We need a very deep understanding of the game, the code changes. We need a very deep understanding of the game, the code changes, and plenty time. Well, fit this criteria. I'm perfectly happy to change the format if someone else takes the burden of properly doing these things. You know, crafting nice commit titles, merging the things when they are ready in the right orders. Later on, writing perfect change logs, documentation, everything. Perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But then this needs to be done by someone who can take care of this, who understands all of these things, and who also has the time to attend doing all these things. And who is that? Who's that person? The most other active developer right now is Mauler. Helmut is active. These two. Cabal is doing some things, but all these people, they don't have such deep knowledge of the game, as far as I'm aware. Plus, they might not be particularly interested in crafting titles and change logs. And every now and then I see that the titles are too convoluted or not on point, or like, at least the way I see it. Like when I see like the descriptions, sometimes it's okay, but oftentimes I see like, okay, this is overcomplicated, or it's just unnecessary information in that title. So like to craft descriptions and sentences, commit titles, it's hard. For me, it's hard. And you need to put time to think about these things. So if you can find someone who wants to take care of this, then fine, we can change the format to whatever he wants. But no one will be stepping up. I can already tell. No one will be stepping up to this. I mean, Omniblade himself is rather inactive, right? So front-loading effort. For me, it is no extra effort to add the numbers to titles, to commit titles. It is more work if I cannot find things later on. It's more work for me if I cannot find things later on. I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, he says it as well. I don't see any point in arguing about it further either. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess maybe I don't even need to respond here. I mean, here's the deal. If someone steps forward and says, I take care of all the stuff, the merging, crafting the titles, the change logs, everything, then fine. Do it the way you see fit. But if I have to do it, and the likelihood is that I will have to do it because no one else will be stepping up doing this because it's tedious work, it's boring work, it's not rewarding, it's more fun to look into code and test the game. So I don't see anyone doing it. Plus, yeah, there are requirements. Time is a requirement, knowledge about the code, understanding what has actually changed, what implications does it have. It needs a deep understanding of the game. Like if you craft a change, you need to understand what this change actually touches to properly describe its consequence, right, on the game. So yeah, I don't know. The thing is, I like to have these IDs in the titles. They allow me to jump from the commit very easily to the pull request and read up on that, add a comment or edit it, right? So the thing is that the information that we put in the Git history, that's static info, right? You cannot change the description of a commit title after it was committed, unless you rewrite history. But we don't want to do that. At least not too often and not too deep into the history, right? And so there needs to be some document, some relation to documents that allow you to tweak and to improve the wording of things and explanations, right? So a commit is static, but the commit can refer to non-static descriptions. And that's what the ID is for. The ID tells us, aha, that thing refers to this volatile document that we can edit or comment on, modify, right? So yeah, I mean, I understand from his perspective, it sure makes sense to just put like a simple title and be done with it. But then, yeah, it's less organization. Yeah, sure, we can have much simpler titles. Just fix problem, done, right? Fix bug. Just, 6 letters, title is done, fix bug. Fix crash, 8 letters, title is done, right? But it's not good. Like the title needs to have as much valuable information as possible, not obviously information that is not useful. And yeah, the idea is there to link it to volatile data. I think that's useful. Yeah. Okay, what do we do next? Right, we want to see if they're compiled. Did we already compile it? Maybe we only configured it. Oh, we did. Okay, so it actually did build. Okay, look at that. That's good. Then let's clean up the change. Oh, we didn't save. We did save. Oh. 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 Oh, I see. Okay, and let's search for target directories. There we go. Now regarding the Z that we download, is it really necessary to include these things here? The game engine include in that. Is that necessary? Let me see. Common debug. Common debug. Common debug.h. What is this file? Debug.h. Okay, then this one is needed and we put it in here. Okay, good. Then this looks good. Okay, then this will be CMake, remove obsolete interface libraries and add missing Core I game engine include interface missing interface library. Missing core game engine interface library. Include game engine include interface library. Remove obsolete interface libraries and add missing core library. Okay. This change removes a bunch of obsolete interface libraries and adds a missing core game engine include interface library that is needed for the particle editor and W downloads. Debug.h is moved. Common. Labels build minor. And we merge this change here after that. Merge after that. There we go. Okay, cool. Then I think we got everything here. The next session we can look into one issue. Since the last days we spent with the options menu, there's one more big issue with the options. Something about the IP. When you make some changes, then the IP is being reset to something. I don't exactly remember in what scenario. Maybe that happens always. But the IP changes. Maybe if you change resolution or something like that. Yeah. So we need to look into that. That's the number one reason why people cannot connect, because then the IP resets to something in the options menu, and then it has a wrong IP setting, and then they cannot find other people, right? And then they open the forum post and ask, hey, I cannot see the lobby, I cannot connect. And then, you know, the solution is, yeah, check your IP settings. They're probably changed. Yeah. So it sounds like a minor issue because it's, you know, just changing the default when you make some edits, but it's a major blocker for users because they don't understand the problem, right? Like if you set the correct IP and then you go back into the options menu to change some other setting, you don't expect your IP to reset to something else, right? So yeah, it is a pretty bad issue. Good. I think we'll take a break here. That has been 2 hours, 23, yeah. Then I'll take a break here. I wish you a great day or night. Until next time, goodbye.